Okay, is it in the full screen? Okay. Okay, thank you again for all of us, especially the chairperson Hasti, to help us to lead this international conference. And I'm really so honored to be here to present, to be the representative from Taiwan, to share my experience about industrial heritage for all of you. I think it's quite interesting because for the past time, I'm do lots of the research about the coal mine since 2007. But recently years, especially the 3 years, I do the research about the tobacco industry. Today, maybe I will be the person to connect the tobacco industry and the coal mine industry. I will try to share my knowledge and my experience in Taiwan for all of you. Okay, so today my topic will be the sustainability of the industrial heritage, taking tobacco and the coal mine as examples. And my presentation will be 4 sectors. The first, I will try to share my thinking about the life cycle for industrial heritage. The second will be the I will express the first case study for the tobacco industry in Long River Basin, and the second case study will be the coal mine industry in Pingxi and Badozi region, and the fourth sector will be the conclusion. I will try to pursuing the sustainable development of the industry heritage. So the first one, I think, just following the 2 speakers, we talk about the life cycle for the industrial heritage. So the first stage may be the production period, and when the end of the production period, you will face the abandoned period. Also, some of the heritage industrial property will go through the demolished period, but some of the property will go through the preserve period. And after that, some of the industrial heritage will be reused. But I think we need to think about how to create, how to support the sustainable development for the industrial heritage. So this will be my key issues today. So I will discuss about the first case study for the tobacco industry in Long River Basin. In Taiwan, the tobacco industry is one of the important plantation industries, and there are 5 famous regions for the tobacco industry in Taiwan, and this afternoon, I will share you about the development of the tobacco industry in Pingtung, and I separate the industry period into 3 periods. One is the pre-Japanese period, and the second is the Japanese period, and the third is the national government period. And in the pre-Japanese period, the tobacco industry is not so important. It's just in the beginning. But enter in the Japanese period, the tobacco industry became more and more important. In the beginning, the tobacco species is coming from China, and in the middle of the Japanese period, the Hamaki tobacco become the key species, and but the Hamaki tobacco species doesn't exist at the end of the Second World War, and from the middle of the Japanese period, the Virginia tobacco became the important species, and it exists until the end of the government until the end of the government period. And in the national government period, there is another species of tobacco. It's the Turkish tobacco, but it didn't exist for a long time. And for the Hamazi tobacco, it begins since 1908, and after the preparing stages, it began to be the mass production period, and it appeared in the north side of the Pingdong plant and spread to the middle side of the Pingdong plant. And the other important species of tobacco is the Virginia tobaccos. It beginning in 1935 to 1936 is appeared in three official migration villages, and the land is spread to the north side and the south side. And at the end of the industrial period, it gathered in the north side of the Pingdong County. Today I will show you about the industry history and for focus in the north side, especially the Lao Nong River basin. The Lao Nong River basin get close to the Gaoshu Township and the Meinong districts, and both of these districts get the suitable soil and the climate. So there is the mass production for the tobaccos in these two areas. And of course, right now the tobacco industry didn't exist in Taiwan anymore. It disappeared in it disappeared in 2017. But because of the importance of the industrial heritage, so we do a lot of the thinking and a lot of the discussion about how to preserve the industrial heritage. So in my researches, I try to do the survey about the conditions about the tobacco industry in Pingdong plant, especially focus in the Lao Nong River basins. So I found there are still a lot of the tobacco farms exist in this area, and some of the tobacco guidance stations exist too. And there is the tobacco laboratory and the tobacco redrying plant, tobacco plant exist in this area. And I found except preservation and usage of the industrial heritage, there are lots of the extended application from the tobacco industry. So I'll speak for all of you step by step. First of all, there are lots of the tobacco barns exist in this area, especially in the north part of Pingdong plant. So in the Meinong districts, there are more than 1,000 tobacco barns in this area, and according to the research in 2004, there are 421 tobacco barns still exist in this area. And I will, but many of the tobacco barns didn't be reused, but today I will show you two examples for all of you. The first example is the tobacco barns in Meinong districts of the Longdu regions, and this is quite important tobacco barns. So it has been registered for the monument, and except the tobacco barns, the monuments get together with the Begong is the traditional Hakka people's the god and the family house for the Zhong families. And in this case, the tobacco bonds experienced the spatial reusage period. In the past time, it has been used for the recording studios and present two important albums for the Hakka songs. And in the past period, it has been used for the Potter. It has been used for the Potter Museum. And the other case is the tobacco bonds belong to the Liang family. This tobacco fund is quite different because it exists in Gaoshu Township, Pingtung County, but now it doesn't exist in the original place. It has been replaced to the Hakka. It has been replaced to the Liudui Hakka Cultural Park, and after removing from the original place to the park, it not only preserve the building and the facilities in the tobacco bonds. There are still the tobacco planting every years for the purpose of the environmental education. So I think it's quite important and different issues about the tobacco industry heritage. So not only I think not only to reuse the facility for the tobacco industry, that we can still think about how to create the new possibility for the tobacco plantations. So there except the tobacco except the tobacco bonds, the second types of the tobacco industry heritage will be the tobacco guidance stations. The tobacco guidance stations is for collecting and buying the tobacco leaves from the farmers, and there are some of the tobacco guidance stations be used in the Nano River Basin. So I want to show you two important examples. One is Guangxin Tobacco Guidance Station. It has become the social infrastructures in this place. It invite the elder people to come to this place at the daytime, and it collect the child people to be here at night. And the other case will be the Fuan Tobacco Guidance Stations. It has been used for the Niupu Village Live Culture Center. Right now, it became the famous restaurant in this area, and it allowed many people to come to here to eat the local food and to express the past experience in here. And the third kind of the tobacco industry will be the tobacco laboratories. It's in Jiuru Township. In the beginning of the laboratory is in 1934, and the job function is to research and promote tobacco technology. It's an important place to promote the development of Pingtung tobacco industry in the past. Right now, it became a park called Balu Park. And the other heritage will be the tobacco the tobacco redrying plant. And this plant was built in 1936. The official name is the Tobacco Redrying Plant Pingtung Branch, Monarch Bureaus Monarch Bureaus. It's responsible for the technique, guidance, acquisition, processing, and storage of farming in the Pingtung tobacco areas. In 2002, the plant stopped operation, and the administrative business was fully transferred to Neipu tobacco plant. In 1990, in 2010, the important facilities was registered as the historical building, and the entire area was expanded and registered as historical buildings in 2017. And in this year, on the February 25th, the plant became the Pingtung 1936 tobacco culture base, and I will show you the reusage about this plant in the next. Also, this is the map of the tobacco plants. It separates the two stages to open the whole region to the public. And right now, in this plant, there is the Pingtung Tobacco Museum exists in this place. And I will show you the exhibitions about these museums. These museums contain two departments. One is the warehouse 16. The second is the redrying areas. So in the first half of these museums will be the place for tobacco laboratory. So in this area, you can see the tobacco installation art and the field notes for tobacco planting process. And the second part will be the tobacco machines. In the vacant moisture machines and the tip cultures didn't operate anymore right now, but by using the projections, you can imagine and you can think about the operation about the machine. And the other part will be the leaf extraction machines. This is a giant machine in the plant. So in order to make the audience to think about, to feel, to experience the operation for the machines, there is the new installation in the machine. So you can walk through the machine and see the detail of the machine, and there are many exhibitions, so you can try to understand and to get closer to know the operation for the machine. And the other part will be the redrying machine and the catwalk. It still exists in the original places, so you can understand the past operation for the tobacco industry. The last part will be the mountain shape structure and the packagers. When you go through the catwalk, you can see the mountain-shaped structure because of the spatial size of the buildings. So you can experience the speciality for the plant, and it becomes the key photo site for the audience. And besides the tobacco giant plant. There is the tobacco plant in Naples area. Right now, the plant is still in the operation. In the past time, it is the largest tobacco plant in Taiwan. But now the plant just gained the plant, the existing production farm is still maintained, but it's not open to the public. So we can think about in the future to let it into the tobacco industrial heritage system.
So there are. Could you please speed up, please?
Okay, so there are still other extended applications for the tobacco industry heritage. For example, there are the tobacco barn pottery, tobacco barn restaurant, tobacco city homestays, Menong Hakka Cultural Museum, tobacco garden program, and the tobacco mills of the Liudui Village theaters. So I will make the conclusion quickly. So I think there are lots of the tobacco heritage property exists in Pingtung plant, especially in the north side of the Pingtung plant. So if we reconnected these properties, we can create texturalize the tobacco industries. So and in the end, we will not only visit the single facilities, we can feel and understand the whole process of the industry. So the second case were the coal mine industry in Pingxi, Bados regions. I am doing the coal mine research for a long time, since 2007. So the Hotong coal mine is the important coal mine regions in Taiwan. It's the most productive region after the Second World War. And because of the importance and the preservation stage, so it become the eco-museum in Taiwan right now. In this case, we create the structure, the systematic preservation thinking. So we think not only preserve the mining facility, we need to preserve the mining village and the related mining environment. And during these years, we are pursuing the serial heritage. So we try to tag the Hotong coal mine region as the core area, but we extended to the Bados and to the Pingxi districts, and we try to include the transportation system and the coal mine underground to try to create the serial heritage. So I will make my conclusion quickly. So I think the preservation for the industrial heritage is not an important issue. So in my presentation today, I try to propose two possibilities. One is contextualize industrial heritage preservation, and the other is the serial industrial heritage preservation. And I think if we can use these two ways, maybe we can pursue the sustainable development of the industrial heritage in the future. Thanks so much for your listening.